got so motherfucking design on right now. Bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. I got 3 whole thoughts.
Firstly, I want you class look at the picture. What is the picture about?
Tinkerbell and Timun Mas, Miss.
Yeah, Tinkerbell and Timun Mas. That's right. Okay. There are the example of narrative text. So maybe you class can imagine what are the narrative texts about. Okay. Okay. Next, Firstly, we talk about what is narrative text. Okay. Narrative text is a chronological story that happened in the past. So, this story happened in the past. It can be imaginative story or real story, but it can be repeated or changed by some people. Okay. Okay. Next is the purpose or social function of narrative text. The purpose or the social function of the narrative text is to entertaining the reader. So the story or the text should be interested for the reader. Okay. Okay. Next is the generic structure of narrative text. Okay, we have 4 generic structure in the narrative text. First, we have orientation, and second, we have complication. Third, we have resolution, and the last we have reorientation. Okay, first, we have orientation. Orientation is the opening part of a narrative text story. It introduces the characters in the story and the setting of the story, which includes the place, time, atmosphere, and social condition or setting in the story. Okay, second is the complication. In this section, contains the problem that occur in the story. In more detail, complication is further divided into 3 parts, namely, first, raising actions as the problems begin to arise, and then 2, as a climax, is the peak of the problem. Okay, and the last is the falling action. Is the tension of the problem start to decrease and it start to find the resolution. Okay. So first we have a orientation, complication, and third we have resolution. Is the section contains the resolution or end of a narrative story. It can call the sad ending or happy ending, like that. Okay. The last structure is reorientation. It's the last part of the narrative text. Usually contain a conclusion or moral value or change of a character at the end of the story. Reorientation is optional, so it does not always have to be present in the narrative text. Okay. Okay, next. Okay, let's talk about types of narrative text. There is 8 type of narrative text. First, we have a fairy tales. Who can give me an example of narrative text? Fairy tales? Okay, please, Zaidan.
Tinkerbell, Miss.
Tinkerbell? Yeah, that's right. Tinkerbell is an example of a fairy tales. Okay. Number 2 is a science fiction. Maybe you know it's about the technology it's an imaginative story. Okay. Number 3 is mysteries. It's about mysteries, about maybe solve the problems, like that. And then number 4 we have a romances. It's about love, like that. Okay. Thanks. Number 5 is a horror story. It's about the ghost and the scary story. Scary story. Okay. Next, number 6, we have adventure stories. It's about the adventure. Yeah, that's right. Number 7, we have a folklore. What is a folklore? Folklore is telling about legend. It's like a tangkuban perahu. Situ Bagandi, like that. Indeed. Yeah, that's right. Okay, the last is pebbles. This is a story about the animals. Who can give me some example of the pebbles? Okay, please, Lisa.
Si kancil, Miss.
Si kancil. Yeah, that's right. Si kancil. Si kancil is the example of fables. Okay. So there is 8 types of narrative text. Okay, there is the 4 language features we use in the narrative text. First, we have a using past tense. Second, we have an adverb of time. Third, we have a using adjective, and 4, we using a noun phrase in the narrative text. First, using past tense. Why narrative text using past tense? Who knows? Okay, please. Santi?
Because the event happened in the past.
Ah, that's right. It's because narrative text is explaining about the past story or the past event. So we're using past tense for narrate that, okay? Okay, the second we have adverb of time. An adverb of time is a word that gives information related to when events occur, how long, and how often they take place. In narrative text, adverb of time helps to clarify the context of the sequence of event in the story. Okay? Third is using adjective. Because the purpose of a narrative text is to entertaining the reader, we using adjective in narrative text to stimulate the reader to make their can imagine how the character about. And the last, using noun phrases. Noun phrases are words that function as a nouns. They can be places, people, living things, and other. Just like adjectives, noun phrases are used to give a more detailed description of the narrative text. Okay. Okay, class. So we know that narrative text is a chronological story who happened in the past. And the purpose of a narrative text is to entertaining the reader. Okay, class, do you have any question related to the narrative text? Okay, please, Risma.
What the difference between folklore and fairy tales?
Okay, what the difference between folklore and fairy tales? Okay, folklore is talking about the legend. Legend like, for example, Tangkuban Perahu, the legend of Malin Kundang, the legend of Situ Bagendit, like that. But fairy tales is talking about the fairy world. It's like a fairy who has the magic power, like that. It's like, for example, Tinkerbell, like that. Understood? Okay, good. Do you guys have any question?
No, Miss.